tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, November 11th, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. I'm not sure if this counts as a hot take. I'm taking a firm stance on all actions not speaking louder than words. The truth of the matter is that sometimes words do speak louder than actions, especially if they come from a 7-time Olympia champ when he says that the 2023 Olympia is going to be crazy. Anyone who's been keeping tabs on Phil Heath over the last 12 months already knows that he's kept himself in ridiculous shape. And if I were a Phil Heath fan and I heard him say that next year was going to be crazy, I already know where my mind would be going. He's still operating at a high level, and even in retirement, he's still younger than some of the guys we're going to see on this stage. And given the current state of the game and the rumors about Ramy retiring at 38 years old, a 2023 comeback would definitely meet some people's criteria for crazy. There may not be the same set of physical consequences for thumping your chest in bodybuilding the same way there are in other sports, but that doesn't mean people don't get fired up once the trash talk starts firing, especially when you consider what's at stake at the tippy top of the highest level. But with that being said, if I were a men's physique fan, I'd be ecstatic about what's going on right now, because Erin Banks is helping this year's championship race shape up to be one of the most exciting that we've ever seen in this division. And when you consider the level of success that he's had in his short time on this circuit, and the fact that he's consistently managed to elevate his game every time we've seen him, you can understand why he's so confident heading into this year's Olympia contest. And if the energy he brings to the stage matches what he's giving off right now, be prepared, because we're going to see some fireworks when these guys square off 6 weeks from now. I can't quite remember if I heard this or if I read it somewhere this week, but I thought it was cool enough to share with you here. Confidence is simple. If you want to build more confidence, then you need to keep the promises you make to yourself, because honoring your word trains your brain to believe that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. And subconsciously, that's what ultimately charges you up to be more confident. And when you've got a resume like Breon Ansley, which you can only get from honoring the promises that you make to yourself over and over and over again, it makes sense that you'd be beaming with confidence right about now, because history says that you've got good reason to do that. And when you combine that with the fact that he's basically playing with house money this year, you'd imagine that it has to be liberating, because it gives you the freedom to go all in and not worry about what happens at this year's Olympia. And when you have a 2-time former champ who's coming into one of the most consequential shows of his career, feeling as confident as Breon does, there's no telling how much competitive advantage it actually really gives. We're going to stick with this confidence thing for a minute, because I think it's appropriate to address what's going on right now with Vitaly Ogolnikov, aka GoodVito. By now, I'm sure some of you know that he won the overall at the Muscle Contest Fit Pira last weekend, where he put together what might have been the most impressive effort for someone who's an amateur that we've seen in a long time. That win was important because he got the credentials he needed to get himself into a pro qualifier, and based on the latest reports that I'm hearing, it looks like he's going to make a run at earning his pro card in 2 weeks. If you were him, coming off that national level qualifier where you walked on the same stage as guys in the pro division you arguably could have beaten, well, how could your confidence not be sky high after that? This guy has raised the bar and done what he said he was going to do over and over and over again. So if he continues to tighten up around the edges over the next 2 weeks heading into his contest, he's going to be damn near untouchable And when you know you're the man, and there's nothing else anyone can do about it, that's probably one of the best places you can be as a competitor. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.